All right. Forgot about my picks, man. I'm literally sitting here, listening to music. Gonna be doing a thumbnail for the Cavs Bucks game tomorrow. Can't wait for that. And sitting here thinking, you know, what else do I have planned for the week? I looked at my clock, not what you're thinking. You might have thought you just heard something weird, but nope, I said clock. Freakos. And I noticed it was midnight. And I was like, oh yeah, got to do my picks for this week. You know, so here I am. What's going on, everybody? I see Jacob in the chat already. What's going on? Crazy Dog back with my divisional round picks for the NFL playoffs. Hopefully I'm going to the Cavs game tomorrow night. I hope you go, man. Hopefully it'll be fun. I really want to see Giannis and Dame play. Yeah, that should be a banger game. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of Cavs rumors coming out. But anyways, we're gonna thing too, just so we can get a hold of who's gonna be calling these games. But yeah, we got us 2 games per day now, Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be fun. We have an NFC and AFC game each day. So with that being said, let's get right into it. And as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, become a member for exclusive perks like cool emotes and all that other wonderful stuff. And yeah, man, we're already knee deep in the playoffs. First round wasn't horrible, but then again, there really wasn't a whole lot of like nail biting action. Majority of the games were, well, blowouts for the most part. Yeah. And saw one of the top teams get bounced. Actually, no, a couple of the top teams get bounced, right? Dallas got bounced in their own house. They were the only home team to lose this week. Yeah, that's tough, right? Of course, the Eagles got bounced in embarrassing fashion. Jason Kelsey's career is now over. So we'll see what he decides to do now that his playing days are done. The Houston Texans are my second favorite team. Levert is questionable. Yeah, I heard about that. But this should be a fun round. All right. So what's really weird is, right? So I was watching these games, when I wasn't battling my lovely internet. Shout out to the people that, came into the streams the past couple days, whether on my channel or on my guy JB Taylor's channel. Showed a lot of support and everything. But I've noticed something on Twitter during this past weekend. Bengals fans love to interject themselves into conversations for no reason. What are you talking about them? Because it's just something I noticed, right? Just something I noticed. Like, the Lions won their first playoff game in 31 years. Eagles fans open their mouth. Hey, we remember when we did that. You know? And then there's, Joe Burrow would have definitely. Nah, Joe Burrow wouldn't have done shit. Trust me, he wouldn't have done shit, bruh. Pardon my French, but he wouldn't have done nothing. He went 5-5. With the way the AFC North was, bruh. Nah, they wouldn't have done nothing. Hell no. Miss me with that crap. But anyways, let's talk about the teams that actually made the playoffs. Okay? So, second round, starting us off 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I will be live for this game on this channel. We got CJ Stroud and the Texans going to Baltimore again to face the Ravens, rematch of week 1. I'm excited for this one, right? We saw what the Texans did or at least I mean, if you watch the game, because of course I tried to stream this game as best I could, but my internet was acting a fool. I probably streamed a good quarter and a half of the game, and yeah, it was a buffer fest and a half. But anyways, the over under is 43 and a half, and they're saying over. Wow. And the line, the spread is Baltimore by 7.5. Now, much like the Browns, the Texans defense is really good at home and kind of sus on the road. And they got to deal with Lamar. Now, if CJ Stroud is truly that dude, which I think he is, this is going to be a gunfight. It's going to be one of them old West gunfights, back and forth. This game might be well over, I think. I think both teams get into the 30s, possibly. But then again, that Ravens defense is good. But look at that Texans O. Texans offense was looking really good against supposedly the top defense in the NFL, except that we forgot our defense at the freaking tarmac back in Ohio. You know, it's like when you leave the house, right? You think you got everything, you're checking your bags. It's like, okay, we got everything, let's go. You get to the airport and you're like, ah, crap, I forgot something. Well, that's what we were. We forgot our defense. Someone forgot to pack the defense. They brought it with them a couple weeks ago. Not this week when they needed it the most. And of course, it cost us our season. Yep. But yeah, this game should be fun. I'm excited to stream this game. And I think CJ Stroud will put up a vicious fight. But man, Lamar Jackson is on a whole nother level. And again, I got to remind you the last team that beat the Ravens, the Browns. Yeah, Deshaun Watson, with a busted shoulder and a bad ankle, led a legacy drive in the fourth quarter. Yeah, how about that, right? He had a busted shoulder where one more hit would have Cam Newtoned his shoulder, and he had a bad ankle. And this dude is such a dog. He led the team down the field, thanks to Njoku and other guys helping out too. And we wound up winning that game. But of course, the ultimate MVP of that game was Dustin Hopkins because he made the field goal that gave us the win. But yeah, is anybody else going to beat the Ravens, or are we going to be the last team to do it? Like, damn. I'm legit wondering. This is another situation where the last team that, we're the last team that beat, like, we beat a team and then they go on this massive run all the way to the Super Bowl. Happened a couple years ago with the Bungles. Probably going to happen with the Ravens. Of course, the winner of this game will get the Chiefs or the Bills. And honestly, I've been yearning for a Lamar versus Mahomes battle in the conference title game. I've been yearning for that. Yeah, I think we've all been yearning for that. Remember, we should have seen it a couple times, but Lamar hasn't been known for his playoff success over the years. Of course, I believe in his playoff debut, they lost to the Chargers. Then there was the year after, I think they lost to the Titans. Yeah, and then they actually got their comeback. They got their clip back. I get no, their lick back, as these whippersnappers say. Right? They got their lick back. I think that was the sickness year in Tennessee. Yeah, because I remember their players dancing on the Tennessee logo. And that was fun, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm gonna probably roll with the Ravens to beat the Texans, mainly because they have that experience and it's in Baltimore. But like I said, if CJ Stroud is that dude, I think the Texans have a legit chance. But until I see it happen, Ravens aren't losing. Nope. The Ravens are not losing this game, I don't think. They've just been looking like a whole different team since we beat them. Like we pissed them off. I hope the Lions win. Good evening, Yusuf. Where do you see our boy Harrison go in the first round? I say Bears. Bears or Cardinals? Yeah. Texans fan again this week. F Baltimore. Of course. That's the mood. F Baltimore. F Baltimore. Oh man. Now to wrap up Saturday night, we got ourselves Packers and Niners. It seems like these two teams face off every couple years, and once again it's in Santa Clara. And I'm probably gonna go live for this game. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, what about Rocha? Well, years past I wouldn't have went live because Rocha would do his own thing on his own channel, but now he's on Sports Fury, so yeah, I'm doing the game too. Yeah, Packers and Niners should be a banger. You know, LaFleur and Jordan Love, they went into Jerry World and cooked the Cowboys. Can they do the same thing to the Niners? Man, if the Packers go on this miraculous, ridiculous run, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, bro, damn, he really do got the Aaron Rodgers gene in him. My God, for real, he's like Aaron Rodgers light, for real. If this happens, which Packers haven't had the best history against San Fran over the years. We'll see how this goes, but I'll most likely be live for that game. I'd even talk to JB Taylor, and I might go live on his channel with him for this game. We'll see though. Yeah, if me and JB do go live for a game, it would most likely be Packers and Niners. And then Sunday, 3 o'clock, NBC, Buccaneers Lions. Again, I will be live for this game as Baker Mayfield faces Jared Goff. Love to see it, right? And the Lions, by the way, in that Packer game, I'm actually going to go with the Niners. I'm going to go Niners to get the win. And they'll face the winner of Bucks and Lions. And in this game, I mean, Baker, they went out there and cooked the Eagles, man, but dude, the Lions looked good against the Rams. And for some reason, I think the Lions are going to win this game. The Lions going on some ridiculous run. You know, I'm going to go with our friends, our I guess, our neighbors on Lake Erie, the Lions. I'm going to go Detroit. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. Yeah, Niners are favored by 8.5. The over under is 50.5 for that Niner game. And then for the Lions game, it's Detroit by 6.5. Total is over 48.5. Wow. Well, I guess over under 48.5. It sounds about right. I think both teams have put up a lot of points, but I think the Lions will do just enough to get the win. So give me the Detroit Lions to continue their nice little run into the NFC Championship. Bro, what? Insane, right? Either that or we get Baker versus Purdy. I swear to God, though, if we end up getting like Baker versus Stroud Super Bowl, I might just stay off social media the entire like 2 weeks before the game. Because all you're going to see is people hating on the Browns because of the Deshaun trade and then getting rid of Baker. Even though, like, we made the trade, we traded for Deshaun because Baker was coming off that shoulder injury and he looked like ass. Right? He only had one more year left on his rookie deal. So, yeah. And for some reason, they thought Watson was going to be that dude. And then everything came out. You know, makes you wonder if there wasn't all those allegations, would people look at Deshaun a different way? Right? Most likely, yeah. But way it is. But I'm gonna go Detroit over the Bucks. I think it'll be a very close game, maybe within a touchdown, maybe even within a field goal. This might even go to overtime. Crazy, man. I mean, the overtime rule has been in effect for 2 years now, where both teams get the ball in overtime now in the playoffs. We haven't even seen it yet. We're gonna see that rule, right? Like, that's crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna go Lions in a very close game, and they're gonna go to the NFC title game. And then the wrap up divisional weekend, we got a rematch again, but a little different. 6:30 p.m. on CBS. We got the Chiefs and the Bills in Buffalo. Yeah, first time ever, Pat Mahomes having a road playoff game. It's not neutral site. Let's see how he does away from the crowd of Arrowhead, especially away at a rabid with a rabid fan base like the Bills fans breathing down your neck, you know. But I think this will be another very good game. And honestly, I think this is the year it happens. I got the Bills winning this game, and they're going to be led by, of course, Josh Allen and Diggs. They're going to get that huge victory finally over the Chiefs, and they're going to go to the AFC title game where they would face the Ravens. So that means it would be Ravens and Bills and Lions and Niners. That means we're either getting a rematch of the Super Bowl from what 12 years ago and confirming all those conspiracy theorists right because they're saying, oh yeah, the color of the Super Bowl logo tells you what teams are going to be in it, or we get the most random Super Bowl ever consisting of two of our neighbors on Lake Erie. Like imagine that, right? If we get Bills Lions in the Super Bowl somehow, you would get you'd get the Bills from northeast on Lake Erie, and then you get the Lions, which are barely like a few hours away from you on northern tip of Lake Erie. Like that's crazy. And of course, that would mean no matter what, someone's winning their first Super Bowl. Would you, care if they had a chance to win their first before you? Not really. I know some people wouldn't. Some people want to see us do it first, but as long as it's not the damn Bungles, I don't really care. Bills should have had at least two by now, but they went over 4 in the freaking Super Bowl in the what 90s. They should have had at least two, maybe one or two, but that's brutal how they've went through. I don't know how many more chances they're gonna have because the AFC is really good for sure. But yeah, of course, Buffalo favored by 3 over under 45.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo. Tampa because I think Baker got screwed by the Browns. Who do you pick, Bucks or Lions? Lions deserve it because Pistons are small. Great. Ugh. Yeah, the Pistons are ass. Straight up. They're the definition of it. Like I said, I'm gonna go Bills over the Chiefs, and they're gonna get to the AFC title game. So that means my championship round picks are gonna be Ravens versus Bills. Oh, lovely. Lamar versus Josh Allen, and Brock Purdy versus Jared Goff. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Wow. Now, as far as the broadcast goes, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman will be doing Houston Baltimore on ESPN and ABC. Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson will have Green Bay San Fran. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth will have Tampa and Detroit. And then Jim Nance and Tony Romo will, of course, have Kansas City Buffalo, which means we get to hear Tony Romo gurgle on about Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim. I don't know, Jim. Freaking Tony Romo. It was funny to hear him talk about predicting plays, but nowadays the time he's on there, if he does a freaking Kansas City or Buffalo game or whatever, he spends half the time just completely just gurgling down freaking Pat Mahomes, if you know what I'm saying. Like, damn, bro. Damn. But yeah, it should be a fun round. I can't freaking wait. So those are my picks. Those are my picks, and keeping about 20 minutes. As of course, we're one round closer from we're finding out who's going here to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop on out, and I will see you all tomorrow for Cavs and Bucks. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns, and I'll see you next year for that. But yeah, let's have another good round of football, shall we? I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out. Bye bye.